Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for tuning in today for another Monday upload. Today we're going to be doing a rod holder here on the boat. I've got some 4 Ozark Trail rod holders. I've got some of these heavy duty. These are flange set. These are mainly used for curtain rods or anything like that, mounting any kind of pole to the wall. And of course we got some good old PVC here. This is 1.5 inch, and these here are 1 5/16. I'm going to be taking the PVC pipe and sliding it over the flange because I could not find no flanges 1.5 inch that I really needed. And the pipe I was going to go with was aluminum, but they was completely out of stock. But that's okay. I tried to break this in the store with my net and it would not break, so this should be fine. I don't plan on catching any monster fish on this boat anyways, not where I'm going to be fishing at. So this should be more than enough. But let me get down to cutting this PVC pipe here and see if we can get some rod holders added to this bad boy. So stay tuned and we get down to it. Okay, as you can see here, I have literally jammed this this wall mount thing here up inside the PVC pipe. I cannot get it out. So that's a real snug fit, but for safety measures, I'm gonna take some JB Weld and I'm gonna go all the way around it. And yeah, just for a little extra security. I tried breaking this in the store and it would not break. This is 1.5 inch PVC. They didn't have the pipe I wanted, so this is what I went with. It should be enough. So let me get down to measuring up here between the boat. I want to be safe. I want to make sure I count in for this too. And let me get this cut it and we'll get it in here and see what it looks like. Okay, as you can see now, I've got it in. It's not bolted down, it's not JB welded, it's not painted, and it does not have the rod holders in it yet. But this is where I'm at, just to show y'all this will work. It is a little snug fit. I made sure I cut it a little bit longer than I needed it to, so that way I can really jab it down in between the boat walls here, this side here, and this side here. Sorry about the mess, you know. I've been tarping it ever since I got the flooring in. It's not been wet yet, thankfully. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drill my hose here in this PVC pipe to where I'm going to mount my rod holders at. Then after that's done, we're going to JB Weld these here onto these little mounts. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol and clean off the mating surfaces of on each end. Then we're going to spray paint it, put the rod holders back on, and screw it to the boat. So stay tuned and let me get down to it. Okay, now that I got the first little hole there drilled, let's put it in there and see what it looks like. And there we have it. We have our rod holder in. I still have to drill out the rest of the 3 others there. I'm only going to run 4 and get it tightened out and M2 position. So let me get down to putting the nut on it, finish drilling this out, and we'll go back to it. Okay, now that I have them all mounted in, bolted down, now I'm going to take them all back out, throw some JB Weld here on the mating surfaces here, right here, and on the other one over there. I'm just going to JB Weld it, kind of bond it, kind of give it a little bit of a bond there. I don't think it's coming out, but just to be safe, and then I'm going to spray paint this PVC with some gray, charcoal gray spray paint I have, and just let her go. But let me get down to finishing those 2 little things, then we'll finally mount this in and screw it into place. Okay, now that I got the JB Weld on here, we're going to wait about 30 minutes. Then we're going to check on it, and then I'm going to paint this up. I did it like that on both ends. Is it pretty? No, far from it. But is it going to be effective? Oh yeah, it's going to be really effective. I mean, I've got it down in between the cracks and the little mount there, and that should do it. So let this sit here and dry for about 30 minutes, then we'll come back out and we'll paint this. Let that dry, then we'll set her down in, get her screwed in, and see what she looks like. So stay tuned. Alright everybody, as you can see here, we are finally done. Is it perfect? No, probably not. Will it work? Oh yeah, she'll work. But this is the final product of it. I've got all the screws in on both sides and everything. Everything went good. No gaps, it's good and solid. I've been playing with it, pulling on it. I really like this idea. I kind of jumped the gun and the paint was still a tiny bit wet in spots, as you can see. That's actually paper, some kind of paper I pulled up out of the boat, and it got stuck to it, but it's okay. I got too excited and I wanted to get this done, and I was just, yeah. So I'm really excited over this. I'm really happy how it turned out. This is the only way I figured that I could do it, you know, safely without having to draw a bunch of holes in my boat or anything. This will be plenty for me. I'm hoping to go out and test this here soon. So total all in this little setup here, the spray paint already had, the PVC pipe, the rod holders and all, we're looking at right at about $28 for this setup. The rod holders at Walmart were actually only $4.95 plus taxes. I got the receipt if you want to see them. They're on sale at Walmart right now. The PVC pipe wasn't very much. I think it was like $6 for it. So I think altogether about $28 total for this with the mounts too. There, the little mounts there. You know, because this is mainly for them little mounts right there. The flush mounts. They're mainly to hang poles up in closets, and that's what gave me the idea to do this. So I was like, well, I'll just go with this. It'll be quick, easy. Don't worry about drilling no holes in the bottom of the boat. You know, don't have to worry about going out and spending $200 and $300 on rod holders, because rod holders are not cheap. I've seen some of the custom ones they have on websites, and I'm not paying $200 or $300 for rod holders. This right here, $28 is all I have in mind, and that's all I'm going to spend. I mean, this is a little two-man boat. You know, now if it's a big pontoon, I might go out a little bit more, but because this is such a small boat, you know, I'm not going all out for that. But I'm hoping to get out this week sometime, maybe this weekend, so we can go out and test this. We may go test this out in a small lake and just check it out and see how it does with catfish. And if it does okay with a channel cast, then we're going to run ourselves on down to the river and try for some flatheads and blues, the Kentucky River. That's my game. That's the whole point of putting this in here, was for the Kentucky River. But I'll end this video here today. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this, if you think it was worth it, good idea, or if you had any other better suggestions for this boat. But that's going to be it for today, and I'll talk to you boys and girls later. Bye, y'all.